Assist to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson going to look to run with it. Gets past one man. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Dobbins. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 3 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Touchdown! It's complete. Charlie Warner, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
So all even as they kick it away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 27, Garoppolo flushed out right. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He was out there waving his arms. When you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A big connection. reception on that one. 38 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. Now Garoppolo lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Jackson now. Buying time to his left. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. On play action, now Garoppolo. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Garoppolo, and that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. He's airing it out for Sanu.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first.
And they intercept Garoppolo for the third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes it at the 7.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 66 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Marcel Harris. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
21.
On second down now, it's Mitchell. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Mitchell. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold able to take on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down. And now it's 2nd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Rolling to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson eluding the pressure right.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out to his left.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, for the few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Azeez Al-Shaair came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Open man Watkins. Touchdown Baltimore. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
Takes it at the 7. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go into this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Garoppolo to throw. This is caught. It's Sanu. And they have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk there to make the grab. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. What a game this has turned out to be, and what a touchdown right there.
How about when scheme and talent match up? Because they absolutely had to have that when they had to find their way into the end zone to take the lead. They get it to their wide receiver. He gets that done for them. And now they get to look at their defense and say, guys, make it stand up.
Now, that's the only way it would have been more ideal is if you put it in the end zone with 1 second or 0 seconds on the clock, but beggars can't be choosers.
Not at all. And whose heart wants to deal with that anyway? Go ahead and score while you've got the opportunity.
And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number...
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off around the
27. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Going to the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right.
And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Jackson.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
One last shot for Jackson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
I shall come forth as pure gold.